So many people talk about vitamins and minerals and protein. People talk about protein, fats, and carbohydrates, but they don't break the proteins into the amino acids, and they don't break the fats into the essential fatty acids, and they don't break the carbohydrates into things like fibers, starches, and simple sugars. So let's talk about essential amino acids. So what's phenylalanine? Your body turns this amino acid into the neurotransmitters tyrosine, dopamine, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. It plays an integral part in the structure and function of proteins and enzymes and the production of other amino acids. These are your 9 essential amino acids, okay? There are other amino acids that you probably should be taking also on top of these. Valine, I recommend getting, now before I go on, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a DO, I'm not an MD, I'm not an ND, I'm not a chiropractor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not an LPN, I'm not an RN, I'm not a nurse practitioner, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a rolfer, I'm nothing like that. I'm just some dude on the internet. This video is not health advice. So, we went through phenylalanine, okay, so valine. These are the essential aminos that you need for your body to run properly. You should take an essential, like you take a multivitamin, you should take an essential amino acid supplement. And in my opinion, you should add extra BCAAs, and you should add taurine, carnitine, and glutamine at least to that. If not, a couple other things that are amino acids. Valine, this is one of the 3 branched chain amino acids. Okay, it's necessary to stimulate muscle growth and regeneration and is involved in energy production. Threonine, this is a principal part of structural proteins such as collagen and elastin, which are important components of your skin and connective tissues. Tryptophan, often associated with drowsiness. Tryptophan is a precursor to serotonin, a neurotransmitter that regulates your appetite, sleep, and mood. Methionine, this amino acid plays an important role in metabolism and detoxification. It's also necessary for tissue growth and the absorption of zinc and selenium minerals that are vital to your health. Leucine, like valine, leucine is a branched chain amino acid. It also helps regulate blood sugar levels, stimulates wound healing, and produces growth hormones. Isoleucine, the last of the 3 BCAAs, isoleucine is involved in muscle metabolism and is heavily concentrated in muscle tissue. Okay, lysine plays major roles in protein synthesis, calcium absorption, and the production of hormones and enzymes. It's also important for energy production, immune function, and the production of collagen and elastin. Histidine, your body uses this amino acid to produce histamine, a neurotransmitter that is vital to immune response, digestion, sexual function, and sleep-wake cycles. It's critical for maintaining the myelin sheath and protective barrier that surrounds your nerve cells. Okay. Moving. The health benefits of taking essential amino acid supplements: they can help with your mood. They help improve exercise performance and recovery. Many people take valine, leucine, and isoleucine, the 3 branched chain amino acids, to alleviate fatigue. However, it's very nice. However, it's very nice to take a full essential amino acid thing because that helps to build muscle much more quickly. It may improve exercise performance. Many people, I just said that. Okay, so may be helpful for wound healing. Taking amino acid supplements may be helpful for people who are healing after surgery. A review of 20 studies looking at the effects of taking branched chain amino acids in people with cancer undergoing surgery found that those who took branched chain amino acids around the time of surgery had reduced post-recuperative time. So they recovered faster. Food sources, of course, because your body cannot produce essential amino acids, it's important to get them through food. Many foods are rich in essential amino acids. Here are daily requirements. Histidine 10 milligrams, isoleucine 20 milligrams, leucine 39 milligrams, lysine 30 milligrams, methionine 10.4 milligrams, phenylalanine 25 milligrams, threonine 15 milligrams, tryptophan 4 milligrams, valine 26 milligrams. So it's going to be hard to be deficient for most people. However, if you're a hard worker, if you're an exerciser, or you work in a labor, not getting enough sleep, have a cold, not getting too much stress, you might need a little more. Most people probably would do better with a little more. Okay, so that's why I personally take a essential amino acid formula on top of my regular diet. Of course, meats are meat, seafood, poultry, eggs, dairy products. Soy and pea protein are plant-based complete proteins, so keep that in mind. So both soy and pea protein, doesn't have to be soy, pea protein works too. Other plant-based sources of protein are beans, nuts, and certain grains. And as I've shown in past videos, if you eat a lot of beans, they are technically a complete protein if you eat enough of them. They're not absent in certain amino acids. They have some. You simply need to eat more servings. If you're following a plant-based diet, you can still ensure proper intake of all non-essential amino acids by eating a variety of plant proteins each day. That's, again, like I showed in my previous video, if you're eating a lot of legumes, you're going to get enough of all of the essential amino acids. If you're eating, say 2 or 3 servings, 2 to 3 times a day, if beans are the center of your food, of your diet, instead of grains or meat, you're going to be getting plenty of protein in that respect. But again, you're going to want to supplement anyway because you're going to do better with more. Even if you eat meat, I would probably recommend taking an amino acid supplement because you would have to eat a lot of meat to get the benefits of an amino acid supplement. How to supplement with essential amino acids. Most people get enough essential amino acids through their diet. However, there are some benefits to taking essential amino acids. For example, athletes often take them to enhance exercise performance. One review that included 10 high-quality studies found that doses of branched-chain amino acids of up to 115.6 milligrams per pound per day could help reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. Additionally, people may choose to take individual amino acids rather than blends to support certain aspects of health, such as mood. Amino acid supplements are considered safe for most people. However, they are usually not necessary. Okay, they can be recommended. They can recommend specific dosing and tell you how best to take your supplement depending on your health goals. Additionally, they can help you choose a supplement from a reputable brand. There are 9 essential amino acids which you must get through your diet. Okay, and they're the ones that I also recommend supplementing with. So once more, you got your phenylalanine. Your body turns this amino acid into the neurotransmitters tyrosine, dopamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine. It plays an integral role in the structure and function of proteins and enzymes and the production of other amino acids. Valine, this one is one of the 3 branched-chain amino acids. It helps to stimulate muscle growth and regeneration and works for energy production. Threonine, this is a principal part of structural proteins such as collagen and elastin. Tryptophan, often associated with drowsiness. Tryptophan is a precursor of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that regulates your appetite, sleep, and mood. Methionine is necessary for detoxification as well as the absorption of zinc, selenium, and also tissue growth. Leucine, it stimulates wound healing and muscle growth. Isoleucine, the last of the 3 BCAAs, isoleucine is involved in muscle metabolism and is heavily concentrated in muscle tissue. Okay, it's also important for immune function, hemoglobin production, and energy regulation. Lysine plays a major role in protein synthesis, calcium absorption, and the production of hormones and enzymes. It's also important for energy production, immune function, and the production of collagen and elastin. Histidine, your body uses this amino acid to produce histamine, and it helps with, immune response, digestion, sexual function, and sleeping waking cycles. It's also critical to maintain the myelin sheaths. A lot of people will say limit your fat intake, limit your fat intake, limit your fat intake. Not a good idea. Okay, so omega-3s, I recommend sticking to your plant-based omega-3s, the ALAs, okay, the alpha-linoleic acid and alpha-linoleic acid. Flaxseed oil or linolenic acid and alpha-linoleic acid. Alpha-linoleic acid, alpha-linoleic, whatever. Flaxseed oil, chia seeds, some of those are omega-6s. Chia seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, walnut oil, canola oil, soybean oil, mustard oil, tofu. Okay, and these are the animal sources, of course. You got all your fishes here. Sources of EPA, you don't really have to worry about that. DHA is the one. If you're going to worry about an omega that's not, if you're going to worry about getting a marine omega, it should be, the what you call it. It should be the DHA. Omega-6s, you can get it from canola oil. Canola oil is a very good balance, despite what people say, of omega-3s and omega-6s. It's actually very well balanced. Soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, chia seeds, walnuts, hazelnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts. These all have omega-6s. Other sources of essential fatty acids: fish, cod liver oil, krill oil. People who do not consume fish oil, try algal oil, a plant-based omega-3 supplement made from algae. Okay. So symptoms of essential fatty acid deficiencies include hair loss, dry scaly skin, rash, slow wound healing, decreased growth. You don't want that, do you? So essential fatty acids are fatty acids the body cannot produce on its own. They play a role in various bodily functions, including heart health, cancer prevention, cognitive function, skin health, and obesity prevention. Good food sources of essential fatty acids include vegetable oils, nuts, and oily cold water fish. What you should also look at, green leafy vegetables actually have a considerable amount of omega-3s. What to know about omega-3s: there's alpha-linolenic acid. That's the one that you're going to be getting in the highest quantity through food. Ecosaponetta, whatever, EPA, that's the one that's known for heart health, and there's DHA, that's the one known for cognitive health. Your body can turn alpha-linolenic acid into EPA and DHA, and some people it's not as efficient as it is in others. However, it's fairly efficient. And I basically just get ALA. I used to take an algae supplement for the DHA, but I quit doing it because it didn't seem to really be doing much. But DHA and EPA are mostly present in cold water fatty fish, such as mackerel, salmon, herring, and sardines. A person's body can convert small amounts of ALA into DHA and EPA, according to the Office of Dietary Supplements. Most people in the United States get enough ALA in their diets. Experts have not yet established how much DHA and EPA a person actually needs. Beyond the basic maintenance of cells in a person's body, initial research has linked omega-3 fatty acids with various other health benefits. However, a lot of research that demonstrates these links is in the early stages and relies on experiments in animals. Yeah, they always say that. In general, until scientists conduct further research, it's not clear to what extent omega-3 fatty acids benefit a person beyond the basic maintenance of their body cells. Basic maintenance of your body cells is what keeps you kicking. Remember the triage theory of aging and disease. Trace metals now we're going to talk about trace metals. Okay, so let's take a look at this chart here. So the elements are oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, sodium, chlorine, magnesium. The trace elements include boron, chromium, cobalt, copper, fluorine, iodine, iron, manganese, molybdenum, selenium, silicon, tin, vanadium, and zinc. So trace metals are a subset of trace elements, that is, metals normally present in small but measurable amounts in human and plant cells and tissues that are a necessary part of nutrition and physiology. Some biometals are trace metals. Ingestion of or exposure to excessive quantities can be toxic. However, insufficient plasma or tissue levels of certain trace metals can cause pathology, as in the case with iron. Trace metals within the human body include iron, lithium, zinc, copper, chromium, nickel, cobalt, vanadium, molybdenum, manganese, and others. Trace metals are metals needed by living organisms to function properly and are depleted through the expenditure of energy by various metabolic processes. Okay, so let's see here. Trace elements are required by things such as vitamins, sports drinks, fresh fruits and vegetables are sources. Taken in excess amounts, trace elements can cause problems. For example, fluorine is required for the formation of bones and enamel on teeth. However, when taken in an excessive amount, it can cause a disease called fluorosis, in which bone deformations and yellowing of teeth are seen. Fluorine can occur naturally in some areas in the ground. Iron. Humans, roughly 5 grams of iron are present in the human body. It is absorbed in the intestine as heme or non-heme iron. Now, keep in mind, non-heme iron is a better bet because you're not going to overabsorb it as much as you would heme iron. Heme iron is derived from the digestion of heme proteins in meat. Non-heme iron is mainly derived from plants and exists as iron or iron ions. Iron is essential for more than 500 heme proteins. So you need iron. All these people that are saying restrict your iron, these longevity people, don't listen to them. Don't restrict your iron. Get enough iron, okay? So zinc. A relatively non-toxic metal to humans, and the second most abundant. The human body has 2 to 3 grams of zinc. It can enter the body through inhalation, skin absorption, and ingestion, with the latter, the latter of the bunch being the most common. Okay? Nearly 90% of zinc is found in the bones, muscles, and vesicles in the brain. Zinc is a cofactor in hundreds of enzymatic reactions and a major component of zinc finger proteins. Now, if you're supplementing with zinc, you're probably going to want to supplement with this next one too, which is copper. Okay? The third most abundant trace metal in the human body. It is found in cytochrome C oxidase, a protein necessary for the electron transport chain in the mitochondria. Okay, moving forward. So this is a playlist of Dr. Wallach explaining the 90 essential nutrients. It's called, this is from The Mineral Boss. It'll be linked in the description. I made this playlist myself. You can check it out on your own. Moving forward. So in my next video, we're going to get into the AMA's health recommendations. The Mayo Clinic 7 strategies. This is from the Mayo Clinic 7 strategies to prevent heart disease and other diseases. The Adventist 8 laws of health. We're going to get into the Adventist 8 laws of health. We're going to go over the principles of natural hygiene. And what you're going to probably see is that a lot of these recommendations, 2 things. Number 1, they make sense. Number 2, if you do them, you will be able to retain, improve, and in most cases, regain your health. And that's all for this video. I'll continue it next time.